Well, I'd first like to kind of reiterate what I said the other day. It's been a very special privilege to be a part of the SEC championship game. I've always said it's one of the greatest events in all of college sports. It's truly a special opportunity to bring a young team into this environment. I also want to say a special thanks to our seniors. You know, these guys, incredible leaders from day one, and bought in. I know how much it meant for these guys to be in this game. I know how excited they are to play again against whoever, whenever. They enjoy being together, and I always say that chemistry outweighs competency. And sometimes these guys, they've always been a privilege for us to be around. But our goal today was to come out and compete. We stressed two words the entire week. We tried to keep it really simple: composure and physicality. And it was a physical, tough game. And we kept our composure for the most part. We had some moments in there, but nothing worth having comes easy in this game, and these guys certainly earned this honor and this distinction of being SEC champs. So with that, I'll open it up.
Thank you, Coach. If you have a question, please wait for a mic and give your name and affiliation. We'll start here on our left in the front row.
Should y'all be the one? Y'all beating everybody you played.
That's a bold statement. I'll be honest with you. This team, because there is no home field advantage, they're excited to be in the playoff. Hopefully, be in the playoff, and we don't really concern ourselves with rankings. We never have, you know. So, what does it really matter if you're 1 through 4? You're in the tournament. So that was our goal, and that's what we've achieved.
Okay, we'll go over here on the right, third row.
Wilson Alexander with the Macon Telegraph. Coach, how much does it mean to you to bring a championship back to your alma mater?
Well, it's special. I mean, I tell you what's special to me. It's bringing it back to alma mater is great. I was very fortunate to get a coach on a team in 2005 that won one. I thought that was special. But what's special to me is seeing Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel, Roquan Smith, seeing Terry Godwin and Roquan Smith hugging on a stage in tears because they care about each other so much. That's why I do this. It's because of these guys. And it's great to bring it back to Georgia, and the Bulldog Nation is certainly starved. But these young men deserve a ton of credit.
Okay, we'll go down here in the front row.
Murray Pooh, Bulldog Illustrated. Kirby, it was kind of frustrating at first, couldn't get in the end zone like as much as he wanted to, but it looked like he just kept chopping in that second quarter, switched momentum around, and really looked like the offensive continuity picked up from then on.
Yeah, I thought Jim did a great job. I mean, when you play a good defense, sometimes you have to settle for field goals. There's a couple times there that I know we would like to cash it in. We tried to go quick snap them one time and didn't get the yards we thought we would. But at the end of the day, man, those guys on offensive line and those backs, I mean, that's a good defense now. They are physical. And we were able to run the ball better this time than last time.
Okay, we'll go on the middle aisle.
Van Earl Wright, WSB. What's your description of the difference in feeling for you, Coach, now as the head coach as opposed to an assistant who's been in this position before?
I don't know. They're both self-gratifying. I mean, because the players, it's just about them. I mean, all those ones I won at Alabama and here, they felt awesome too because it's hard to do. This one feels the same way. You know, it's just the psychological stamina it takes to win an SEC championship. I don't think people really realize what you go through the entire year, going on the road, playing these intense games. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. Bo Jackson came up to me before the game, and he's my childhood idol. I mean, I just like worship Bo Jackson. I had Bo Jackson posters, baseball cards. I had over 300 baseball cards of Bo Jackson. He comes up to me before the game, and he goes, "It's pretty pressure, a lot of pressure in this job, isn't it?" I said, yeah, it is. And but that's why we do it, for moments like this. All that work for moments for these guys to enjoy.
Okay, we'll go over here in the left, third row.
Roquan, they scored on you on the first drive, and then after you come up with that fumble recovery, it seemed just like the momentum changed with you guys defensively getting after him. So what did change after that turnover?
Coach preached all week, just keep your composure. So we knew they would make plays. You know, they're in the SEC, so we knew they'll make plays, you know. And they did that on the first drive, but we just had to keep all composure and keep fighting back and keep chopping him. That's what it was.
Okay, we'll go on the center section, third row.
Jordan Hill with the Columbus Ledger-Inquirer. Kirby, kind of going off of that question, just how proud of you of the defensive effort, especially after that first drive where Auburn went down and scored?
Well, you know, Auburn's a hard team to play. I got a lot of experience playing that offense, and I don't think I've ever had a game where you just started out in gangbusters because they got a script. They sub, they change, they go fast. They do a great job using their skill set. But usually if you survive that, you can make some adjustments. You can figure things out. You can try to confuse the quarterback, and we're able to do it. And, you know, let's be honest. I mean, Carrion was not 100%. He wasn't the same guy he was last game, so that probably helped some as well. But we felt like getting after the quarterback was the way to beat him, and we did that much better this game than we did last game.
Okay, we'll go here in the front row in front of us.
Greg Collier, Action Sports and News. Nick, the first time you guys played them, they really shut down the run game. What was the difference today that made you so successful at it?
I think just a preparation coming into the game. We kind of had the motivation from last game, just not being as successful as we wanted to. We just put in our minds as offense, like, I mean, no one should be able to stop us. We have a great offensive line. The wideouts do a great job blocking. We have so many talented backs, and the play calling, it all came together and worked out for us.
Okay, we'll go to Ben the right over on third way back.
Kirby, Austin Cheney with WUOG Athens. I guess we'll find out tomorrow who you play in the first round of the playoff. How long do you get to enjoy this win before you start focusing on the next opponent?
What time's that show tomorrow? 12:30 or something? I mean, I don't know what that is. A little over 12 hours. Tell you what, you better enjoy it because it's well earned. I mean, we got a beat up football team. We got a tired football team. You know, nobody really talked about it. Malcolm Parrish had an injury this week and didn't get to play. I mean, there was guys beat up out there that kept pushing through. We almost lost John Atkins. I mean, so we got to get healthy and find out who it is. Regardless, I mean, I've been through this before. They're all good teams. I mean, there's a reason they're there.
Okay, we'll go over here on the left, second row.
Nick, you've spoken a lot over the last few weeks about, you know, what it meant to come back, and this is what you came back for. Could you just talk about your emotions in the last few minutes of the game when obviously we're secure, and then what you thought after the game when the confetti fell and everything?
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Just unbelievable experience. And I mean, this is why, you know, the guys we came back for. And I remember just talking like to the senior class, man, back at camp, man. We met in the room, just a little private meeting, and we just kind of talked about what we want to do, and it all paid off. And this moment right here is what we work for.
Okay, we'll go here in the front row in the center.
David Friedlander, Gwinnett Daily Post. Coach, since you brought up injuries, what, if anything, can you tell us about Sony Michel right now?
He's okay. We're not real sure. He's getting an MRI done on his knee. It was bothering him a little bit. I'm not sure if he got hit on it or twisted it, but I don't know much information right now. We're still gathering some.
Okay, we'll go over on the right and right here on the aisle.
To Nick and Roquan, can you remember the first time that Coach Smart really impressed you and you realized that he was a guy who had the capability of leading you guys to this moment right now?
Nick, why don't you go first with that one?
Yeah, I remember the first day he came in and spoke to us. He was busy with Alabama winning the championship, and he came in, and, man, he just looked exhausted. And we're like, man, what's this man been up to? And just over the years, getting to know him, you know, he knows every day he puts his all into it. He's very, very intense, and he loves the team, and he's just a great guy, and I'm happy to be able to play for him.
Roquan?
I would say the same thing, piggybacking off that, like the first time he came up, the meeting, and then especially like the first practice we had, and just knowing the way he carried himself, high energy, and just the things he say, and he actually backs it up with his actions. So it is what it is. He's an awesome guy, as you guys can see, and he knows what he's doing.
Okay, we'll stay in that same section and towards the back.
Coach Mason Prince with WGXA News in Macon. Can you talk about Jake Fromm and just his game today? Just a true freshman coming to this game and playing against a tough defense, like you said, and having a better performance than last time.
Yeah, I don't think enough can be said about the response he had. And, you know, he makes a lot of decisions to put these guys in the right play. And he really runs the offense efficiently, and thought he made some throws. I don't even know what his numbers were. But, I mean, I thought the 16 to 22, there you go. I mean, it's pretty good numbers for a freshman in a SEC championship. And you're right, that is a really physical, tough defense. I thought Coach Cheney and the offensive staff did a tremendous job of putting him in plays to be successful and using our backs, which we know is our strength. And Jake is kind of the mailman. I mean, he's the deliverer of the package, and he does a good job of that.
Okay, we'll go back over on the wall on the right.
Roquan, this is Gary McKillips, AP Radio. You've had many outstanding games, but today was really exceptional. What inspired you today for such a great performance?
I'll just, give glory to God for it, and then just my teammates, them taking on blocks, and and just then my coach's preparation just setting me up to be in the right place at the right time, and just just seeing ball, hit ball, or get ball is just pretty much give all the credit to them because those guys did a lot for me to be able to do what I was actually doing throughout the game.
Okay, we'll stay on the same side, second row.
Roquan, Ben Jones from the Tuscaloosa News. You had the 2 fumble recoveries today, but particularly the one, I think, at the start of the second quarter. Did you get a sense of how big that moment was when they were up 7-0, getting ready to go down and score again?
You know, you never try to make the moment too big or anything like that, but all I remember is just seeing one of my guys like hit the ball, and I just seen the ball on the ground, and it took me back to practice, you know, the scoop drill. So I just scooped the ball and said, "Let me get what I can get."
Okay, we'll go down to the front, Murray.
Nick, what did you think of when DeAndre Swift broke that 64-yard run, come in there and do like that? I guess he's kind of kept y'all on you and Sonny on your toes all year, but it was a big one, kind of put the nail in the coffin, I think.
It was. We kind of give him, you know, a little trouble because we just tell him he had to break away. He finally broke one way. He's picking them knees up, man. He was moving on that. We're proud of him. He's a great running back.
All right. Any other questions? Raise your hand. All right, we'll take these last 3 here. We'll start here in the center.
Nick, your thoughts and reactions to becoming number 2 all-time SEC rusher?
It's just a blessing, you know. Just a lot of hard work just around. It's not just me at all. It's this whole team, coaches, and our great blocking up front. And it's just, I feel like it's a team award, a team honor.
Okay, we'll go over here on our left, third row.
Kirby, you were asked about this a little bit yesterday, but to win the first SEC championship, to have Georgia do it in this building, I mean, is there any extra special meaning to that?
Yeah, I think to our fan base and the state and the people around the university, that's certainly a prideful thing to be in this beautiful stadium. And Dan Quinn called me and said he already painted all the seats red and black for us, so he had it loosened up. But yeah, I think the first one here, and you know, you certainly hope to be able to get back to this place and make this a home for us.
Okay, we'll take one final question here on the left.
Kirby, one more question about the defense. Gus said you guys just did a much better job with your run fits today. From a coaching perspective, did your players just do a better job fighting off blocks than they did a few weeks ago, or were they just more, you know, expect more about where the play was coming?
I would probably have to watch the tape to say that honestly. I would like to say we got off blocks much better because the result was better, but I don't honestly know. I thought that they still had some success, you know, when they ran some of the same plays they ran last time. They still got 3 and 4 yards because of how physical they are. I mean, a big difference was, number one, the back wasn't running as hard and as much. But I thought we kept our edges, and there weren't those 15, 20-yard runs. You know, there were the 3-4 kind, and then we'd get them behind the sticks. And we felt really good about our third down plan. But the key on Auburn is getting them to third down. If we could get them to third down, we felt like we could get off the field. I don't even know what did they end up third down, but I felt like we played that part good. You know, and that was a big part for us.